I'm always trying to find a connection with the word. Where did it come from? Etymology fascinates me, and I don't know why I didn't think of it before, but today I thought of, I get it, saying thank you, and it's to you, but what? Thanks, thank. Where does that word come from? Joe, you probably know, but well, what's it sound like? Thank. Phonetically, what's it similar to? Think. The little one got it here. Think. Thank, think. There's a very close connection. And thinking goodness, it seems to be connected with this idea, thinking memories, having a thought about something that was good, and it sits in us, and then it has to come out, get expressed. So this thinking becomes thank. I don't know how accurate it is. I actually found that. But even more interestingly, every once in a while I'm sitting in my chair reading and I come across a word I don't know, so I ask Alexa to tell me what it means. In fact, I'm just going to try an experiment. I've been dying to do this. Okay, shh, shh. Hey Siri! Hey Siri! What can I help you with? Did anybody else's go on? So it's voice activated to your voice, huh? I guess so. All right, goodbye, Siri. So I'm sitting in my chair this morning, and I asked Alexa for a meaning of a word or whatever. And she said, she asked if what she told me was good or was, helpful. And I said, yes, thank you. And she said, thanks for your feedback. Even Alexa thanks me. Even Alexa thanks me for asking a question and giving some feedback. Now, I think that is interesting that they would put into these, phony minds out there. What do they call them? They're putting in their gratitude. Because it strikes me that there's something so basic, so fundamental to wanting to be thanked, probably even more than wanting to give thanks. And I know I at times, and I suppose all of us have been offended or let down or felt not so good because we did something. We weren't looking for thanks, but we did expect them because, well, that's what you do. But is it just a question of politeness? I think it's much more than that. It's thinking with memories of the goodness. It's actually experiencing in me something good as a result of what you did or said or gave or helped me with. It's not just politeness, it is that. And it's rather impolite not to say thank you. But there's something deeper. So, as I read this story, I always use the same one for Thanksgiving Day. I found this thing. I actually had it from before. I don't know where it came from. But I found this reflection. Oops, my goodness. Isn't this funny when I wanted to come to me? Oh. You can chat with each other for a second, okay? Here we go. Oh, that's not it either. Sorry about that. Oh my goodness, phone, you're letting me down today. You creep. All right, I'll wing it, okay? I found some reflection what the other 9 lepers said. And you can imagine. Only one came back and said thank you, and it was important to Jesus to note that it was a Samaritan because, of course, Samaritans and Jews didn't get along. However, when you become a leper, everyone's your brother or sister that's a leper. I mean, that's all you got. You're going to live with these people and die with these people, cut off from your families. So Samaritan, Jew, Greek, black, white, brown, it didn't matter. They suddenly became family. But still, nonetheless, 10 of them were healed. 10 of them were given back their lives. Probably, other than the gift of life in birth, the biggest gift other gift they ever got in their whole life, to get it back again, to have a second chance at life, at living with family, the people you love. And so the 10 go off, and on the way, they discover that they're healed, that they're clean. Only one came back. What did the other 9 say? So I read this thing and said, well, one said, well, I was probably getting, I can't believe this. I'm not answering. Hello. Oh. So I didn't do anything. So the other said, well, I was probably getting better anyway. And another one said, well, maybe I didn't even have it. And another one said, perhaps the priest sent a blessing and a healing from a distance. And another one said, well, I think I got over it because I just started living better. And the list goes on. But only one felt this thing inside that we call gratitude so deeply that he had to go back and say thank you. He had to. He couldn't control it. He couldn't blame it on something else. He didn't just wish it away. Instead, he experienced this gift that was the result of the gift. The gift was healing. The gift that was given to him was healing. He didn't have anything to do with it. He didn't go seek it. Well, he cried out, asked for Jesus' mercy, but he didn't make it happen. It was given to him. But the other gift, and perhaps even more important, was the gift of gratitude that was inside him. You see, because when we get this gift of gratitude, not only for the good things given to us, I think it is fair to say we can feel gratitude for the negative in our life. And this is when gratitude becomes an enormous gift. When we could thank God for our illnesses. I'm not saying that we like being ill, but that we can find in our illnesses, our struggles, gratitude because of what maybe they teach us, maybe what they help us appreciate, maybe they refocus our lives, maybe they're wake-up calls. You know, we're eating wrong and we get some terrible illness, and then we say, oh my God, and we straighten out our life. Being grateful for our sin. Nobody's perfect. Nobody's perfect. But if we just hate our sin, if we just think of it as negative, if when we experience sin, all we do is think that we've been bad and we look down on ourselves, but what if we say, God, you know, I thank you for my selfishness because this has something to teach me. That's somebody else now, okay? I thank you for my prejudice because it has something to teach me. I have a lot to learn, and my sin is one of the best teachers. The pains and struggles, they usually teach us much more, and maybe because we glibly are grateful for the other things, it comes and goes, we're happy about it, but, you know, kind of expect it. But when pain and struggle come, when sin enters our life, it gives us different gifts. I've often said, maybe one of the best ways to appreciate our sight is to go blind for 3 days. That is, either because something happens that blinds us, or we do it artificially. Put something around our eyes, and then we do this for 3 days. Everything that we used to do, we did it so easily, we do it without sight. When those eyes open up again, precisely because of blindness, we found our sight. Now, I am particularly grateful this year. I don't understand it. I haven't had a cold for about 1 year and 3/4. It's the first time in my life I can remember. I considered myself the expert on colds. Just like they say Alaskans or anybody in a country like Alaska are experts on snow, and they have like 39 different names for snow, because every single possible different shade or grade they name it. And so we say like snow, sleet, oh, what a big difference. Well, they've got 39 of those, something like that. So I had that for colds, everything. I could tell from the beginning, a little thing in my throat to a sniffle, oh, here it comes, and I could name it. And then I'd go into this head cold for 3 days, and I always ask God to take my life. Not that I'm dramatic or anything, But I started feeling, I said, God, just take my life. I'm miserable. And I haven't had it for a year and a half. And the strangest thing, because of some hormone shots that I've taken over this last year, my immunity has gone down. My white blood cell count has gone down. I should be getting sick, and I'm not. Well, here's the rub. I am grateful for that. I'm really grateful for that. But you know, it was precisely through colds that I appreciated when I didn't have one. Because every time I had one, as finally I was in the last stage of it, I said, oh God, it'll be gone tomorrow. I'll drink extra water today. And then I could say the next day, God, thank you. Thank you for that cold, because I am so grateful for my health right now. Today, Alexa thanked me for some feedback. I'm sure that he, she, it, whatever, didn't feel anything, but thanked me for my feedback. And it was strange that this little mechanical device, electronic device, could throw into my face an appreciation for gratitude even more. Something that wasn't really thanking me, even that was teaching me about gratitude. So I would suggest that it's more than just getting a gift. That should make us grateful, and I think the other 9 were grateful. It just didn't erupt into gratitude in the way that God expressed. But there's another gift, that bigger gift, I think, that grateful thing falls into the gratitude within us, and we find an even bigger blessing because we're able to feel gratitude. But finally, the final thing is to do what that Samaritan leper did who was cleansed. He went back. He actually went through the trouble to go back and give thanks. Giving thanks is what today is about, but it's also what always gratitude should do, find itself expressed and shared in the act of giving thanks. Please forgive, I want to look one last time for this because this was for Español y esta canción que quería mencionar porque es tan bonito, es de una persona, su nombre es Axel. ¿Conoce a esta persona, Axel? Y él escribió esta canción o cantó esta canción y es muy rico. Ay, ay, ay. Life is so unfair, I'm telling you. Here it is. Un momento más. Un momento. Un momentito más. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Ay, no puedo encontrar. Pero el punto de esta canción, yo creo que en realidad es una versión de los Beatitudes. ¿Cómo se dice Beatitudes? The blessing of the do you know the Beatitudes? Blessed are the... ¿Mande? Yes, pero en español. Okay. Well, es una versión de eso cuando Jesús está diciendo los benditos. Bendito esta persona, bendito esta persona. Axel en esta canción, el título es eso, el privilegio dar gracias. El privilegio dar gracias. Entonces en esta canción, él está dando como una lista de muchas cosas sobre que tenemos gratitud, pero qué rico y el privilegio a dar a otros, dar servicio. Entonces, cuando estamos dando algo a beber, una persona que tiene sed, es privilegio a dar eso. Cuando una persona tiene hambre y podemos dar algo para comer, es privilegio a dar. Y es privilegio dar las cosas que pueden aliviar la pena de otras personas o bendecir a una otra persona. Es privilegio a dar. Y yo estuve pensando, ¿por qué? ¿Por qué? Y en realidad, yo creo que este es en nuestra espiritualidad como cristianos. Y tenemos una gran tradición de eso. Continúa hasta, por ejemplo, los años de 1100, 1200. Un héroe de mí es un dominico que vivió y murió entre el año 1260. Y él dijo, si las únicas palabras que dice a Dios en un día, si dice no más que eso, es la mejor cosa que puede decir, es gracias. Gracias, Señor. Porque oh, you have it? But that's, las palabras? Oh, you do? Oh, now. This is a community at work here. Thank you. Quiero leer poco de eso. Es el privilegio de dar. Es la el nombre de la canción es el privilegio de dar. Dale de beber a los que tienen sed. Dale pan a los que lloran por comer. Comparte tu tiempo, lo que tienes y tú, sé un buen ser humano. Y lo que hagas, hazlo bien. Dale a los enfermos esperanza y paz. Dale apoyo a los que están sin libertad. Lleva compañía a que vive en soledad. Llévale consuelo a que ha perdido un familiar. Entonces él usa esta respuesta que regresa durante la canción. Es el privilegio de dar, es sentirse realizado, caminar con Dios al lado, es el privilegio de dar, es la esencia de la vida, la mayor alegría, dar de lo que tienes sin buscar compensación. Yo creo, thank you, sí. Yo creo que está diciendo en efecto, en mi opinión, de dar gracias es ser más unido con Dios que podemos, porque está viviendo en bondad. Dar gracias, recibir gracias, expresar gratitud, es viviendo en Dios, porque Dios es amor, Dios es bondad. Y a reconocer la bondad, a sentir la bondad, a recibir la bondad, a dar la bondad y expresar gratitud por esta bondad, es viviendo en Dios. No es un accidente que el nombre de la misa más antiguo es la Eucaristía, que viene de la palabra en griego, Eucharistein, que significa gratitud, gracias. Entonces, la razón principal, la razón más importante que venimos aquí es hacer una cosa, decir a Dios gracias, celebrar gracias y gratitud. Entonces, yo propongo que no debe ser solo un día como este día, Thanksgiving Day, pero cada los días de nuestra vida, todos los días de nuestra vida, debemos levantar en la mañana, va a dormir en la noche y frecuentemente durante el día decir con todo nuestro corazón, gracias, Señor.